There are some serious problems with SunnyV2, and it appears that he has become the very thing that he once swore to destroy. You know, what I would say if I were making a SunnyV2 video.
Anyway, today we're going to be talking about some random YouTuber you've never heard of with 40,000 subscribers who did something really quite minor. But since I'm a commentary channel, I've figured out a way to make it seem way worse than it really is by framing it in a way that specifically benefits me and skews the reality of the minor situation into something that makes it seem way worse than it really is.
On top of this, all Ninja is doing is alienating his audience and speeding up his demise because, as Sneeko said best,
successful people don't play any side politically because they're too smart to know that they just be alienating 50% of their clients.
Now, I like Sunny, okay? I like his content. I think he probably makes some of the best, most well-produced commentary videos, and it's been cool to see his growth over the last couple years. However, recently, some glaring problems have become apparent with his content, and it appears, like many others, that Sunny has fallen victim to chasing the numbers. And rather than focusing on quality, he's clearly focusing on quantity, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, Sunny clearly frames his videos as if they are a matter of fact rather than just his own personal opinion. And so when Sunny makes a video saying that someone like Ninja's career has died because they shared their political views and starts speculating on drug use because of some comments, shows some clear problems with Sunny's content. Now, sure, Ninja may not pull the same numbers as he did when he first blew up. However, Ninja's career by no means is really dead. And even so, I highly doubt the reason that Ninja fell off is because he posted some tweets stating his political views. You know, he made this video on Clubblecop saying that Clubblecop fell off, and the reason as to why Clubblecop fell off, according to SunnyV2, was because he bragged about his wealth. However, there really is no evidence to point to that being the case, and it kind of just seems like that is Sunny's own personal opinion, or that is the narrative that he wants to frame things in order to make a more entertaining video. Now, it'd be fine if it were just like one or maybe two videos where this happened. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, right? I myself have published plenty of videos that weren't the best, okay? However, when you're the size of SunnyV2 and have a reputation such as he does, people take your words as fact. And so you have a responsibility to ensure that the information in your videos is accurate, or at the very least not completely misleading. Now, as Sunny's channel has started to pick up, his upload schedule has become more frequent, and it seems as if he's just trying to get these videos out as fast as he possibly can, which is kind of counterintuitive to what his channel used to be. And a few days ago, he published this video on Dream that was just kind of filled with misconceptions, and his points against Dream just really don't make much sense, and they don't really hold up. Like, he starts out this video saying that Dream's face reveal could be considered one of the worst mistakes made by a creator ever.
Dream's face reveal could qualify as the worst mistake made by a content creator ever.
Which I know this might be an extreme example, but like EDP, you know, meeting up with the 13-year-old to get a cupcake, I mean, that's obviously one of the worst decisions a YouTuber has ever made. You know, Shane Dawson may or may not have done some things to his cat. Of course, I'm sure you guys know what James Charles did. Point being, Dream's face reveal can in no way be compared to these other things that are obviously way worse decisions, and it's just a horrible way to start the video. And throughout this video, he kind of points out how Dream's face reveal was such a huge mystery. Millions of people wanted to know what this guy looked like, and it was kind of a big part of his brand, so to speak. But honestly, he puts way too much emphasis on how important this was to Dream's brand or his content. I mean, him being faceless or not is not really the reason he got as big as he did. I mean, I'd say arguably he got as big as he did through the Dream SMP, through his Manhunt series, through finding PewDiePie's seed, and none of that had really anything to do with his like face or his docs or anything like that. You know, all that stuff was kind of after Dream had already blown up and gotten as big as he had. And one of Sunny's weaker points here is that because Dream has done a face reveal, he can no longer use the smiley face as his branding, and that it was such a key part of who he was.
Dream also seemed to ignore just how much of the brand itself was based on his hidden image. His song Mask, which has over 30 million views, only exists because he was a faceless creator, while on his merch site almost every piece of clothing still uses the anonymous Dream smiley face. There's something that's charmingly simple, unique, and memorable about the smiley face, which when combined with the classic Dream green, makes for incredibly distinctive branding, as can be observed in the case of his Minecraft skin. However, it now feels as though most of this branding is fairly redundant, as we now know what he looks like, yet at the same time, Dream has made no effort to change his branding to match his real life image, which would also be a poor strategy as he'd then have to change everything to something completely new.
Which completely ignores the fact that someone like Mr. Beast has shown his face and uses his face in his videos, yet he still sells merch with his Beast branding, and most people still recognize the Mr. Beast logo as Mr. Beast. So I highly doubt that Dream doing a face reveal is going to somehow affect his branding whatsoever. And then he goes on to claim that Dream's motive for face revealing was to like clickbait himself and get extra views because his channel was on the decline.
His face reveal was uploaded at the worst time imaginable. Major changes to a channel are always best executed when things are on the up and up, because if you change things during a slump in your channel, it looks like you're acting out of desperation, and it certainly felt like this in the case of Dream. His channel had fallen from gaining 100 million views per month to around 20 million views per month, and to randomly upload a face reveal after having your lowest monthly viewership in over 2.5 years wasn't exactly the best look.
Which really makes no sense. I mean, this is Dream. This is one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers out there, and he showcases himself in this video that the reason that Dream did his face reveal is because so many people were digging through his personal information to try and figure out what he looked like, framing innocent people as him, and he wanted to be able to make content with his friends. Now, sure, Dream's career might be on a slight decline. However, he's just coming off one of the biggest blow-ups in YouTube history. Of course he's not going to remain on that level forever. And there really hasn't been enough time since his face reveal to really see how this affects his career in the long run. This could actually be one of the best decisions that Dream has ever made. Maybe by him doing a face reveal, he's able to produce better, higher quality content, and he has another blow up on YouTube. Honestly, we don't really know, but this video by Sunny just comes off as redundant, and it honestly seems like he just wanted to capitalize on Dream's face reveal and use that to form an interesting narrative for a video and get a lot of views. But this narrative is just simply not true, and this video is probably the worst video that SunnyV2 has ever made. It's just a horrible video all around. It almost seems like he, for some reason, has like a personal vendetta against Dream, and not really something that's typical for a SunnyV2 video. Now, while I do have my issues with some of SunnyV2's content, I do hope that he takes some of this criticism and improves his content, because like I said, guy makes some truly amazing stuff. However, recently, a lot of his videos have just been missing the mark, and I think the video he published on Dream was a very good example of that. What do you guys think here? Again, this isn't a video to like cancel SunnyV2. That's not at all what I'm trying to do. That's not the purpose of this video. It's really just to point out some flaws that I've seen and other people have seen with Sunny's content recently. Anyway, these are just my thoughts on this entire situation. If you guys have enjoyed, you should hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, you, the one watching this right now. Click this video, I promise, it's amazing.